Hey, 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 everyone. Here we are. I'm trying something new. I'm going live with a different camera, doing things just a little bit different today. And I'm not going to be able to see like any comments or anything. I'm kind of going into it blind, so I don't even know how this is going to turn out. I'm just super excited to give it a shot. So for those that don't know, I have been working on this little project, and you may have caught some of my reels. This was an old wooden art box, and I took all of the hardware off, and I just put like a basic coat of paint over the top. And now I am going to distress it and add some cool stuff. I'm not even really sure what I'm going to do with it. You guys have any ideas? What do you think we should do? It kind of opens like this. It can either open up, you know, like that, or it can open like that. I'm not really sure, but I don't know. It's going to be fun. So we're going to tackle that today. I'm super excited to work on this with you. I have a couple different ideas. Really and truly, we're just going to work on the outside for a little while. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I'm going to roll up my sleeves because we're going to get a little bit dirty. Get ready for Valentine's Day. I thought like maybe like a Valentine's Day card would be super cool. What do you guys think? So that's kind of my ideas. I am looking for some paint that I want to use for possibly, this is kind of hardened up a little bit. Let's see, a good color for distressing. That's a clear coat. That's not a paint. You'd think I'd be a little bit more prepared. I think we'll do like this creamy color. It's like a canvas color. It's called Sandbar by Dixie Belle. I really, really, really like this color. It's not a solid white. It's not a harsh white. It gives everything like this antique feel. I haven't even used it yet, if you can't tell. So we're opening it up, and knowing my luck, it's going to get just a little bit messy, but that's okay. So I think what we're going to do live with you today is just simply a little bit of distressing. We're going to use some of the transfers, and then I'm going to come back and kind of finish it later in the week. So we will have a couple different lives on this just because I'm a little bit short on time. Believe it or not, my grandbabies are upstairs taking a nap right now. So I'm on daycare duty, y'all. I'm on daycare duty. So I can't really sit here all day. I'm going to shake this up a little bit. It doesn't look entirely mixed. So let's get that done. All right. So perfect. So now I'm just going to take that paint, and I'm going to just distress it a little bit. I'm going to take each piece, and I'm going to go along the sides like this with just a little bit of paint. You see, there ain't much on there. Go along the sides and kind of blend it out a little bit. You can see how cool that looks. It just kind of softens it up just a little bit. You see that? Kind of softens those edges. I want it to be romantic looking. And when I think romance, because we're thinking Valentine's Day, I think kind of vintagey, like a vintagey feel. Like those beautiful big dresses and, you know, back in the day type stuff. That's what I like. So when you think romantic, what do you think? Some people are like roses and wine and all that good stuff. Like my husband and I, we are really not that couple. We really are not like the roses and wine and candies and all of the good stuff. We are very much more just kind of spending time together. I prefer to laugh over be romanced. I don't know about y'all, but when people do things that are super sweet like that, like buy me flowers or, you know, pay me compliments or make me feel super special, I get like flustered and I tend to kind of like giggle. It makes my husband mad because he's like, I can't even pay you a compliment. You just laugh at me. And I'm like, I'm not really laughing at you. It's like an uncomfortable feeling. And I don't know why. I shouldn't feel like that, but I do. I do, y'all. I'm weird. So now I'm kind of going around the edges and the corners, and I'm just kind of thickening them up. Making them look like they have a little bit of buildup, maybe a little bit of paint peeling. Just kind of changing the look to this solid pinky type color. And I was going to tell you what color I used because I know that someone may be going, what color are you using? Okay, so it is called the Dixie Belle Plum Crazy. For those that don't know, I do not sell Dixie Belle. I use Dixie Belle. It is my favorite chalk paint by far, but I don't sell it, okay? It actually goes to, I buy it from somewhere else. So, is what it is. There we go. I'm going around on all of the edges, checking things out. So this takes a little bit of time. So this distressing stuff is not always easy, but one of the key features about distressing is just making sure you're hitting all of the edges. And sometimes, you know, a little bit of wax helps. I always throw a little bit of wax on my surfaces, especially when I'm all done. Just kind of going over everything, making it look all cute and pretty and sweet. Okay, so you can kind of see, I don't know if you can see all of that or not. I'm not sure. Some of it's thicker than others, and that's okay. That's kind of, the unpredictability is what makes, you know, this vintagey feel. Okay, can you see it? Can you tell the difference? So now that we got this side done, I'm just going to kind of do some light dry brushing over the top. And all I'm doing is taking my brush with dry paint, pretty much dry bristles, and just kind of rolling over the top, giving it this brushed, dry paint, like looks like paint's almost peeling kind of look to it, okay? That's all I'm doing, just really dry. And then I'm going to go back and kind of just rub it in a little bit with my hands, and just go over it, soften it up a little, kind of like that. Can you see? Look how pretty that is. I love that. I think that is absolutely gorgeous. And it didn't take me very long to get this far, right? We've only been on just a couple minutes. I'm going to go through and do the other side. Quick little tutorial on how to distress, and then we may go ahead and throw, you know, a few other things on here. Like I said, I do have some transfers that I picked up from Magnolia Design Company, which everybody knows I am a creator with. I love that company, so I really like to utilize their products, and I like to actually show everybody how amazing they are, because believe it or not, that company puts out a product that anybody can have access to. You don't need to have like a business license or anything like that. Anybody can do it. Anybody can be a creator with them. And right now they are, let's see, they are pushing like the opportunity for creators to go to Hawaii if they sell enough, or if they get enough people to sign up under them, which I am super excited about. Every year when this team, or when this trip comes out, it's different places every time. And I've been a founder with the company since they started. Every year I'm short by just a hair. Now, granted, I don't work at 100%. We all know I do a lot of painting and a lot of different things. So sometimes Magnolia does kind of get a back burner from me, and I'm trying to change that a little bit because I really believe in the company. It is a wonderful, empowering company for everyone to be part of, and the opportunity is fantastic for anyone. So if that's something you are interested in and want to know more about, want to spend your days creating with me, join our team. We have a fantastic team made up of awesome women, and I do actually have a couple men on my team too. So that's pretty exciting. We get together, like this Wednesday, we get together via Zoom, and we'll kind of go over some things and do some training and have some laughs. And sometimes we get together if we're local and we craft together. I would absolutely love to have anybody interested to reach out to me, because not only am I trying for that trip, but y'all, it's just, it's truthfully a wonderful company. Even if I don't ever make that trip, I would love to have you on that team. So that's something you'd like to consider, you just let me know. And I know if you've never seen me work it, you're probably like, what is she talking about? So I'll show you some of the transfers that they sell here in just a little while. They also do like silkscreen stencils, which are great. Love them all. So we got a basic foundation of a little bit of antiquing or, you know, making it look a little bit older than it is. Now, there's a couple different things you could possibly do. A crackle paint would be really pretty with that. We could go even further with a little bit of wax, which maybe we'll do. I do have some fun wax in here. I think maybe some of this bronzing wax would look really pretty. This is actually by Art Alchemy. It is the Metallic Firebird collection, and I absolutely adore this stuff. So obviously I'm not very prepared. Like, I honestly decided to try this camera out. It started blinking and I went, well, here we go. So I don't have a lot of the things that I normally would if I'm going live with you. But I'm just going to take this rag or piece of, this is like a fabric paper towel, and I'm just going to kind of go over this even a little bit more on the edges, giving it just a little bit of a pop. Like, boom, I'm here. Wax is super cool. Like, wax, you have different levels of textures and stuff. I work a lot of wax in with my mixed media projects, and I have a very large collection of wax. So wax can be a protectant, or it could also just be something like this that you use to just kind of build up your surface, right? Make it super fun and funky and different. And we're kind of doing this as a mixed media. I mean, it's going to be kind of like a steampunk type theme when it's all said and done, but it's going to be Valentine's theme because you know what? That time of year is coming. And like I said, I was kind of thinking I might make this like a Valentine's Day card maybe, or a project, or I don't know. In the comments, let me know what you think we should do. And I didn't put much. You probably can barely see that. But I did put just a little bit of this bronzing wax. It just gives it a little bit of boom. Just a little bit of, hey, hey, here I am. A little bit of a pop. Something to bring your eyes to closer. But you could do, there's 100 different ways that you could antique this. I'm just not spending a ton of time on it. I'm going to make it super cute and super pretty, but I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this tongue-tied, y'all, tongue-tied. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on the background. If you are just jumping in, please let me know you're here. Simply say, hey, hey. I know I cannot see the comments or anything right now because of this new camera I'm using, but I still will come back and circle back and see, you know, if you have any questions, I will definitely attack those when we get all done. So please let me know you're here. I would love to hear from y'all. See how cool that is? I love it. Okay, so that's just starter number one. Okay, that's just kind of where we're at, the beginning of it, beginning stages. Now, there are a couple different things that we could do, and I am not 100% sure exactly what I want to do, but I really, really, really love like these little doilies. They're just paper doilies, and I picked them up at Dollar Tree. I'm thinking I might actually kind of paint, like dab paint, like use them like a stencil. I'm not sure how that's going to go, but I'm thinking I want to do that. And then I have transfers, and these are from last year. They're still out. You can still buy them. Link is attached. You can still get them. But these little transfers here are a Magnolia Design Company product, and I absolutely adore them. You can just do up any little project. Super cute, super easy, and I love the vintage design to them. You see, they're just super vintagey. They're like a borderline like steampunk design, but they're not. You know what I mean? So we're kind of half and half there. So I kind of like the birds. I'm going to go with the birds on this one, and I'm just going to cut it out and save the rest for later. Now, I need to kind of figure out what is my top piece, and I'm not even 100% sure. I don't think it matters. They go together like this. Yeah, they go together like this. This should be my top piece right here. I'm hearing my grandchildren, who's supposed to be sleeping, and they're not. We have this varnishing tool. I forget. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't even know how to say it. Magnolia Design Company also puts these out. They go in conjunction with their transfers. So I just kind of give it a good rub while it's still on the paper, especially when it's an older transfer. Like I said, I've had these for over a year now. just to make sure it sticks to the transfer paper. It's been sitting in, you know, my studio for a while, and you never know. Okay. So I'm going to peel that back. And the trick to these is to make sure, there we go. See that transfer paper just like that? And now I'm just going to place it on my box. Now, if I decide to do it like a card, it's going to stand up. Or I could do it like a box. So it's either going to open like this or it's going to open like this. And I don't know. I think I'm just going to make it a box. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But my design needs to go accordingly. So we are going to put it like this. And I'm actually going to have some of this roll off the side. So I'm going to continue. So we have this varnishing tool right here, right? And I have placed my transfer right here using the transfer paper. Now I have to pull it up. Now, in order to make sure that it sticks to the surface, I'm going to use this tool again. And I'm just going to scrape it down there and make sure it's all good and on that surface. And because I did go over the sides, I actually want to kind of go on the sides and scrape it there too, okay? Just like that. And it should automatically, especially on these corners, because of the way that paper is, it should just go ahead and stick there. And it did, which is perfect. I don't know if you understand what I'm showing you, but see, like that? Pretty cool, huh? I'm noticing my camera's just a little bit weird. There we go. Maybe that's a little better. I'm not sure. Like I said, I can't really see everything. I know it's crazy, guys. So here we are with this. It's kind of all scraped down. Now I've got to peel it off. And to peel it off, you really want to be careful. I take my tool and I kind of place it in between. Kind of scrape it as we go. And if there's pieces that don't stick and they won't go down, I have to go back over it. It can be a little bit of a process. It is a little bit tedious sometimes, but guess what? It's super pretty when it's all done. It's worth the wait. The trick is you really want to fold this paper back really tight. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to pick it up so maybe you can see a little better. So you fold that paper over really tight. And if you can fold it over really tight and kind of hold the design down, it should theoretically work. Reagan, honey, I need you to be quiet, okay, babes? Got the grandbaby in here. I'm babysitting today because mom and dad have to work. Because I work out of the house between real estate and this crafting journey of my life. This artistic lifestyle that I have. I end up babysitting quite a bit, which is fine. I love it. But sometimes when I'm trying to go live and do all this wonderful stuff, convincing little ones that they need to be quiet can be interesting, right? So, like I said, this one is a little bit older transfer, so it is taking a little bit of work compared to what normally they do. And I think a lot of that's just because it's been sitting in storage for so long, since last year. But pulling it back nice and tight and trying to get all of those pieces down, making sure I'm not missing anything. It's all coming off the way it should. Using this varnishing tool to kind of just straighten it out as we go. There we go. Oh, there was a piece that didn't come up, so we're going to push it down. There it goes. Oh, this looks so nice, y'all. I'm so excited. So excited. Perfect. Looks wonderful. That piece kind of snapped back at me. I was a little bit afraid that it would screw up when that happened, but it didn't. Like I said, a little bit of texture. Reagan, I'm going to take it away, baby. Remember, we had a deal. Be quiet, okay? Thank you. See? Look at that. Doesn't that look nice? I'm so excited. It looks so good. And now we can kind of do some of our other decorating ideas. Maybe a little bit of wax, a little bit. I'm going to take this doily and find a good brush to use, which I have my rolling card here. I don't necessarily have to. I think this one would be nice. Maybe. I might need a little. I have the perfect brush if I can find it. might be used. Let's see. Yep, right here. Dry it off. And then we need some paint. And I just want some white acrylic or off-white or something along that nature. Let's see, what do we got? So we use that off-white for the texture, and I don't know. Furniture paint. Okay, hold on a sec. We are looking, y'all. You'd think I'd be prepared, like I said, but I am not prepared. What if we actually utilize some inks? I think that would be fun. That's a little bit dry. Or some spray paints. Y'all, I have so many options. I just don't know which way to go. Let's see. I think we're just going to grab some plain old-fashioned white paint. Okay? And I'm working on this wonderful, like, piece of paper here. So I'm just going to pour a little bit on there. Not a lot. This is going to be my palette. I'm trying to control how much comes out. There we go. And mostly because I lost the lid for that, so it doesn't come out as easy as it used to. All right, here we go. So I've got this dry brush. I'm just going to grab and see how crazy and frayed out that is. I love this brush. It's just a wild brush. So I'm just going to dip the tips in that white paint. And I'm going to hold this in place, and I'm just going to kind of go over the top like that. See that? I don't know how this is going to come out. We're just kind of playing with some ideas. And then I'm going to try to find a really cool like stencil to put over everything, because, you know, Magnolia has some really great Valentine stencils. So if I use this as like a Valentine's card or a gift, I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with it. You guys need to tell me in the comments what you think. Okay, let me know. And because I'm working over the edge, I'm going to flip it over, trying to hold it in place. Go ahead and do the same thing down here. I'm just kind of using it as a stencil. It's a very weird like base of a stencil, so it probably won't come out perfect, but I am okay with that. We all know that I prefer imperfection over perfection. I like things to look professional and beautiful, but I also want them to, you know, be real. I want them done. Artistically pleasing, maybe is the right term there. Artistically pleasing. Okay, let's see. Almost done with this part. I didn't realize I had a couple layers of this stuff. Probably would have helped if I just used one. Look how cool that is. Doesn't it look so pretty? I love it. I love it. I love it. It looks so nice. I'm actually kind of thinking I want to go over these sides again just a little bit. Look at that. I kind of like that white a little more than some of that gold, bronze. Miss Reagan. Shh. Shh. I'm talking to people right now, kiddo. Okay? Thank you. I love you. All right, now we're just kind of moving some paint around. What do you think? Isn't that pretty? Oh, I absolutely adore this already. I do. Now, I am also like a firm believer that we need to do some buildup around things like this. Like, I'm just not satisfied with, I like texture and I like things to be, you know, bold and fun and bold and whatever. So now we got to come up with some new ideas, some new stuff to make this a little bit more, thick, I guess you could say. Maybe some dirt. I have some dirt. Hold on, guys. I think that would look really nice. We have some wax. Wax would work. There we go. Charcoal dirt. Let's try that. Let's try to thicken this up just a little bit. Like I said, I am not prepared. I just kind of went live. I was just kind of playing with the camera and seeing if it would work out. And then I decided, you know what? Hey, we're on, we're moving. Let's start this project. I can't promise I will finish it today, but we can start it today. So Dixie Belle dirt is actually like a painted dirt. So when you put it on your surface, it's like a powder. I don't know if you can see that. It's like a powder. So when you pick it up and you put it on your surface, it really kind of sticks like a powder. Think of like baby powder on a project maybe. It's really hard to explain, but it's totally worth it. So I just take a brush and I dip it in this dirt and I wipe off the excess. You're going to get it everywhere. So put something underneath you. And then I figure out where I want to put it. And basically, when you put it around the outside like that, it actually gives it like a little bit of dirt. You see that? It actually gives it like that corroded look. So it's not just, I don't know how to say it. Like, I am not a fan of just random things just sitting on a surface. I feel like they need to be blended in or made to look like they're supposed to. They've been there for a while, especially on a project like this. Now, something else I might feel differently about, but this is one of the many things that I think are somewhat important to give it this vintagey feel, romantic feel for Valentine's Day. I'm going to actually put a little bit over the top of this to kind of give it even more of a feel to it. Okay, see how that does there? And I might actually add a little bit more dirt in some different areas to kind of just give it that old feeling, okay? Doesn't have to be thick, doesn't have to be rough. Just a little bit, so it just looks a little worn. I love that worn look, especially on something like this, and I'm not even 100% why. I'm gonna put some in the middle of this circle. Now, what do you think? Should we put a stencil like in the center of that? Should we put a cutout, a photo? I need some ideas, because we're not gonna finish this today. Reagan, honey. Remember what I said? Do you need to go to the bedroom? No. Okay, then you be quiet, okay? Okay. So we have to put a little bit, there we go, on the outsides there. See? Okay. So I am not going to entirely finish this today. We all know that I've got some things going on. We're going to move on. But when I go live later and we finish it up, I would really like to know what you think we should do. What else can we do with this? I was going to maybe decoupage the inside. I have this super cool fabric or paper. It's going to kind of put that on the inside. What do you guys think? And then I have another piece here. What do you think? Yeah? Maybe? Okay. I'm going to flip this over and do this side now. Now that's kind of my top, so I'm not as worried about the bottom. The bottom is what the bottom is, but I do think I'm going to use this doily and kind of just do an extra little doily and some darkness to it, and maybe a little different spot. Maybe like that. What do you think? Would that be nice? Let me move this aside so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Again, I just kind of laid this paper doily, and I got this whole package of doilies at Dollar Tree, $1.25, whatever. And all I'm doing is using it like a stencil. I like the overlap. I'm looking for just the design, okay? Just the design of the doily. I really love these older doilies. I think they're super pretty. I love them, love them. And this old box, and I say it's an old box, it really isn't that old. A couple years ago, I guess, I think we were working in Sarasota. No, it wasn't even Sarasota. West Palm Beach, I think, Florida. And look, y'all, I can't spend a lot of time outside of my comfort zone, not creating art or doing anything, no matter what I'm doing. And I was there for work, so I wasn't supposed to be like creating all the time, but we ended up being there for like, I want to say 4 months, maybe a little bit longer. And we were working, and I can't go that long without creating. So my sweet husband went to the art store and he bought me some art supplies, and the pencils that he bought me were what came in this little box. Now I do a lot of artwork and drawing, so I keep all of my art pencils. When I got home, they come out of the box, and they went with my art pencils in their container. So it really didn't have a purpose. There was really no purpose for me to, keep the box, but it was a good, sturdy box. So guess what? I kept the box. And now I'm just like, this is a perfect opportunity. It's Valentine's Day. Let's make something with this box. And that's what we are doing. So now I'm adding some of that dirt to kind of, while the paint is still kind of wet, because I actually want it to have some grime, y'all. I mean, like for real, grime. It's so funny that I'm such a weirdo. See, there's the back. Here's our front so far. What do you think? Okay. So maybe we will go ahead while I have a few minutes still. These dry. Probably need another minute on this one. We can go ahead and decoupage the inside with this material. And that's always kind of interesting. To get it to fit. Everybody has a different way of doing things. I like to use an X-Acto knife. I just kind of put it in there. You can measure it out, cut it out, whatever you want to do. I just get it to fit in there, and then I use an X-Acto knife to just kind of cut it along the edges. I'm not sure it's going to fit perfectly, but I'm okay if it doesn't. Okay. Is what it is. If it doesn't, if it comes out fitting wrong, I'm okay with that. I can do something else with it. Reagan, I'm not asking again. I've already told you this. Okay. So I did kind of screw up on that edge, but it's okay. I will put some of that dirt grime in there, and it'll make up for it, and you won't even know it was there. Won't even know I screwed up. So somehow I managed to get like a little bit of paper stuck in the edge. Bless you, Pumpkin.
Thanks.
If I could get her to put her phone down for just a little while, maybe she could come craft with Grandma. She never wants to. All right, so we have Mod Podge now, and I'm just going to paint that down on the inside. Use the brush that I have. I'm just going to put a layer of Mod Podge. Y'all see what kind of messy crafter I am? I've got stuff laying everywhere. And this is how I work. Like, even when it's just me and nobody's watching, this is how I work. So what do you guys think so far? Is this a cute project? What are you guys working on? Valentine's Day is coming up. Do we have plans? What are we doing? I know it's just January. We are moving on. Life is going to give us some new fun stuff for 2024. I'm hoping to be in Hawaii. They're fixing to take a trip. The Magnolia winners from last year who beat everybody and made the trip. I always miss it by just a hair. Like, I always miss it by a little tiny bit. But I really don't work it that well, like I said. So here it is. Okay. So we have this down. Let's go ahead and put the paper in. Like I said, it doesn't fit perfect, but I actually am okay with that. I may have to go ahead and call it a day because Reagan's not listening, and I'm going to have to take her phone. Reagan.
Yeah?
Hush.
Okay.
I'm going to have to take your phone away, babe. I don't want to, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. All right, so we just kind of get this paper, and when you do this, there is a real good chance you're going to get some lumps and bumps, and you can kind of push them out if you want to. I'm actually kind of okay with it because I do want this to be very vintagey looking, right? So I am okay with that. There we go. And ta-da! Now we just got to let it dry. I'm going to go ahead and put the other one in, and we're going to do that other paper. And then we're going to let it dry, and I will come back and go live with you another time to finish this up, probably in a couple days. I have some big plans, and I've got some kids that are fixing to wake up from a nap, so I can't stay live much longer, no matter what, even though I want to. Like, I want to, but you can tell I've got a grandbaby over here who won't be quiet. And my phone's going crazy, and I don't have it on mute like I should. Like, y'all, I did not plan this out very well. So here we go. We are going to finish this out, and this one is gonna not fit as well. So I kind of screwed up on that. I'm trying to hurry, and I shouldn't be, but that sweet baby over there will not be quiet. So here we go. See, it won't fit quite right, but that's okay, because when we come back, I'm going to show you how we're going to distress this and make it fit and look a little bit vintagey and fun. So same process. We are just going to take this Mod Podge, put it down inside here. And I'm a little sloppy. I'm a messy crafter, y'all. Messy artist, messy crafter, whatever you want to call it. I'm always a hot mess. There we go. Okay. There we go. Now we're going to put this piece down. I don't think there's a right way or a wrong way, but there we go. Now we're going to put a top layer on. Now, if you haven't done it, please let me know you're here. Comment your thoughts on this project. So far, we are working real hard, and we are getting this box put together. Tell me your ideas. Like, I'm kind of doing it romantic themed wise so that we can use it for Valentine's Day. Maybe a gift for a loved one or decor, whatever we want to do. DIY stuff. I'm using an older box. I didn't buy this box. I got it with some pencils that I bought. That's like a pencil box. And I see these like pencil boxes with pencils and stuff at like Ross or TJ Maxx, Marshalls, stuff like that. So I think even Walmart sells pencils in a pencil box. These boxes are really well made. Like, I hate to see them just go to waste when you no longer need them. So I'm going to make something else out of them. But we're going to let these sit, let these dry. And once they dry, we are going to come back and I'm going to show you how we're going to distress these even more. Okay? So that is the exciting part. I want to stay and finish this with you. I really, truly do. But y'all, I just can't today. Can't. So we are going to finish this up later. If you are catching this, make sure you like, subscribe, like, comment, share, all the good stuff. It will pop up on my YouTube. So if you are catching this on YouTube, definitely subscribe. I appreciate everybody coming in the comments. Let me know what you think we should do with this super cute project. Okay. Like I said, it's going to be a box eventually. It goes like this. And it'll open up. Now we still have more to do. We have the inside to finish up. I have some things to do on the outside. I kind of am looking for some ideas on what to do here. If I should maybe paint a flower, if I should put a stencil and have it say something super cute, if I should maybe do some gold, maybe some gold flake would be really pretty on this. Like, tell me your ideas, because we are going to finish this up together in the next couple days. Okay. Thanks for joining. I appreciate y'all so much. Y'all